Oh, welcome ladies and gents. So, Will Smith, this is the backlash. I've actually just talked about this on my stream. If you didn't know, I live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 PM UK time. Go on for a few hours. And loads of people obviously wanted me to talk about this. This is Will Smith being banned from the Oscars. Now, this isn't straight down the line as much as you think it is. Like, this isn't great news, quite frankly. So obviously he jumped before he was pushed. Like, we know that. He was jumped before he was pushed. And then they moved the date forward for reviewing his sort of status in the Academy, as it were. But yeah, it's not all that. So he's banned for 10 years, but the wording is such that it looks like he can probably just he can get nominated, basically, so he could win another Oscar if he wanted. Now that's predicated on people actually giving him a job, which we'll see. So let's look at the whole statement first, okay, and then we'll get into what Deadline has to say on it. Because Deadline are actually really scathing of Will Smith. This is the first publication I've seen that has actually been, judgmental, I guess. So the 94th Oscars were meant to be a celebration of the many individuals in our community who did incredible work this past year. However, these moments were overshadowed by the unacceptable and harmful behaviour we saw Mr. Smith exhibit on stage. During our telecast, we did not adequately address the situation in the room. You didn't address it at all. For this, we're sorry. This was an opportunity for us to set an example for our guests, viewers, and our Academy family around the world, and we fell short, unprepared for the unprecedented. Well, you wouldn't want them fighting you back, would you? Today, the Board of Governors convened a meeting to discuss how best to respond to Will Smith's actions at the Oscars. In addition to accepting his resignation, the board has decided for a period of 10 years from April 8th, 2022, Mr. Smith shall not be permitted to attend any Academy events or programs, in person or virtually, including, but not limited to, the Academy Awards. That doesn't mean he can't be nominated, guys. He can't attend. He can't be invited as a guest. He can still win an Oscar. We want to express our deep gratitude to Mr. Rock for maintaining his composure under extraordinary circumstances. We also want to thank our hosts, nominees, presenters, and winners for their poise and grace during our telecast. This action we are taking today in response to Will Smith's behaviour is a step toward a larger goal of protecting the safety of our performers and guests and restoring trust in the Academy. We also hope this can begin a time of healing and restoration for all involved and impacted. Fucking time of healing. Bloody bunch of wet wipes. No one's dead. Calm down. But anyway, so Will Smith literally, responded to that and just said, "I accept and respect the Academy's decision." That's it. That's all they said. All right. Interesting. Now, the interesting thing about this, Will Smith doesn't need to act again anyway. He took 20 million for King Richard, by the way. Upfront deal. $20 million. Not bad, is it? But here we have the response from Deadline, which I think is really telling. This is the first publication to publicly, mainstream Hollywood publication to really be like, to be scathing of him, basically. So while he won't be allowed to hand out the Best Actress award at the 95th Academy Awards, as it's traditional for the previous Best Actor winner, there is nothing in today's AMPS decision that prevents the busy Smith from being nominated in future years. Such a move on the part of the Board of Governors would have been unprecedented for AMPS and likely could blow up in its face. I doubt it, but alright, fine. What's wrong with that? Not that the now banned Smith didn't have a good run among the Hollywood elite, a group that strike and verbally lambasting Fargo star Rock over his mocking of Jada Pinkett Smith's hair. The former Fresh Prince had been a member of the Academy since 2001, joining just 5 years after Independence Day. Now, they start saying this, so of course, by that point, a secondary scandal was in full bloom as conflicting and nuanced explanations began to leak as to why Smith wasn't removed, because the AMPS was basically lying. But then check this out. So, They say that the AMPS heads Rubin and CEO Hudson rather gently suggested to Smith's longtime rep Meredith O'Sullivan backstage that the actor leave the Dolby, even before the likes of Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry consoled Smith. The then Best Actor nominee's rep passed the request on to him. Perhaps not capturing the severity of the moment, Smith supposedly said he wanted to stay to say sorry, and that was that. And look at Deadline, I love it. With no adults taking control or responsibility. Basically, everyone's a child. Love it, Deadline. Oh, the sass. Smith stayed in his front row seat for over half an hour before going back up on stage to accept his long-expected Best Actor award. Wow. And then it doesn't stop there. For many watching at home, and even some in the room, the standing ovation the actor received before launching into a somewhat rambling, emotional, self-justifying, and apologetic, though not to Chris Rock, speech was a travesty. Later, Smith and family showed up at Vanity Fair party to dance to his own past hits in a manner that displayed a distinct lack of contrition. I mean, I have not seen anyone go this hard from mainstream media on Will Smith. I mean, you can tell their opinion of it, right? You can tell it. And you don't normally get that. I haven't seen it yet. I love it, though. It's nice that, you know, a publication's got some balls to actually come out and be like, yeah, wow. It's this one line that I love the most. With no adults taking control or responsibility. Wow. Wow. Travesty. Self-justifying. Wow. Yes, Deadline. Yes. So there you have it, guys. I mean, look. Off the back end of this, it doesn't look like anything bad is really going to happen to him. He's not allowed to go there. He's not allowed to attend. Whatever. If he's working, he can still get nominated, though. And they're all of his mates. You know, the Academy board is made up of his mates. They'll nominate him. He just won't be able to get it. They'll just, ship it to him. And probably the goodie bag worth 150 grand as well. Not that he needs it, because he made 20 million for King Richard. But, whatever. Small stuff. This guy, they talk about emotional healing and stuff. This guy just needs to get rid of Jada. She's scum. She's succubus. That's the living embodiment of a succubus right there. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Cheers, guys. Take care.